are such an asshole!
Hey everybody, the old captain here. Ho ho ho, it is the Yuletide season. And if you have a question on the Yuletide season, although I have to warn you, starting Monday, I'm doing this for all my videos, I'm taking a week off per doctor's orders. So Monday, I will not be taking requests unless you're willing to pay twice my fee, which is $200 an hour, which I'll risk my health for. But otherwise, if you can postpone it for a week just to let everybody know, that will be happening. So that's the Monday after I'll go back to regular hours. I may even have Chad or Matt Baldoni come in and help out and do it in the meantime. Anyway, neither here nor there, just want to let everybody know. Hey, Cappy, wondering what your thoughts are about Tai Lopez. I don't know if you know about him, but he's kind of like you, where he helps people with their lives. But I can't tell if he is authentic or just a scam artist. What do your economic spidey senses tell you? By the way, longtime fan of your blog and channel. Been looking for a reason how you asked me. Thanks for okay. Sincerely, Chet. Thank you, Chet. All right. Here's the deal. I did look into him one time. Matt Tran at Engineered Truth. He did a thing, and you all see him because he pops up and like, "Hey, how you doing? You know what's?" And he's got his Lamborghini in the back, and he's got his books. And I was like, oh, he could be one of these internet, he could be a Silicon Valley guy. And then also Matt Tran says why Tai Lopez is a fraud or a huckster or whatever. So I didn't watch the channel, but I actually looked into Tai Lopez a while because I want to know for myself. And the guy does have like legitimate work. I mean, if we're to do a Clary test, this guy doesn't sound like it came from a lot of money. He did work a real job. He technically is working a real job now, even though it may be the Tony Robbins says, hey, everybody do well, because doing well is better than doing bad, so be happy on yourself. So, we could argue, is that a real job like Chang over in China putting together Apple products before he jumps out the window and kills himself and is caught by the safety net, the anti-suicide net? I wouldn't say a politician, but then, because he pops up on my videos too, or my video channels that I watch, and this son of a bitch it was either a helicopter or a plane behind him, and then another video, he's all pimp daddying in his private jet, presumably, because he was in the camera was set up so you saw, there's the cockpit behind him, and now I'm calling bullshit. Because whereas, I mean, he offers classes and this and that, and okay, fine, who's to rain on his parade? But that's where I call bullshit. Because this is where my economic spidey senses did go off, my banker senses. Because I remember the only two people who were genuinely rich, you want to know what they pulled up in? One was a truck and one was a sedan, just regular car. You would never think they were rich. One guy was a doctor, the other guy ran a shoe company. And these guys were millionaires, but you would not know it. Every cocksucking motherfucking piece of baby boomer poser shit that ever came in with their Beamers and their Mercedes and their Range Rovers and their SUVs and their Cadillacs and all that other shit, those guys were the biggest bunch of fucking frauds and posers I ever saw. And all they managed to do, now this is predominantly real estate development, not what Tai Lopez is doing. All they did was borrow a ton of money to spend a ton of money and maybe make an investment or two. And they were businessmen. And they never made a fucking dime. All of them got wiped out in the housing crash. It was great. Fucking great. And some of them even went to jail. It was great seeing these guys. It was really neat. Anyway, so I kind of already knew this, but it was confirmed to me working as a banker that when you see these financial statements, these people who piss away their money, they're not rich, because it's antithetical to being rich. You know who's rich? It's the guy it's the shoe store owner guy. It's the doctor who drives a sedan. You don't become rich. You don't have a lot of money. You don't get wealthy pissing it away. And especially when I saw the helicopter and the plane. That's where I'm like, you lying sack of shit. Now, I ain't got proof of that. I don't want to accuse him of it. But my spidey senses says, oh, this stinks to high heaven. This stinks like a feminist cunt. It's like bullshit. It's just bullshit. And the reason why is it's the 3 F's. There are 3 things you least and you never buy. 3 things you rent, you never buy. If it floats, it flies, or it fucks. Okay? Floats. Boats, you don't buy a fucking boat. You rent it. That is the stupidest shit. You've got maintenance issues. 2, flies. Planes or helicopters. Holy shit. You think boats are expensive to maintain? I got a buddy who runs an airline, not Continental or anything like that, but it's an airline. He's got multiple planes. That's his number one thing. Planes are down, maintenance issues. They are. You couldn't find a trophy wife in fucking Laguna Beach that is as needy and fickle as an airplane. And then fucks, well, that's women. You don't buy a hot woman. You don't buy a hot woman. You rent it. Okay. And that is kind of like the real men who make real money. That's 101. You don't buy. And then he's flaunting it. You see, that's the other thing is this flaunting aspect. And you know what? You don't make money flaunting. All right? All these guys, perfect example. I was bored last night. I went to the salsa club I used to go to. Same fucking shit. 10 fucking years later, same fucking shit. Same fucking people. And they're all, peacocking and strutting themselves and their feathers and everything. And I'm like, I know these people. They're looking like they're $100,000 per year person. It looks like they make 6 figures. They don't make 6 figures. They don't. And it's the same thing when these guys pulled up in the Mercedes and the Range Rovers and their Beamers. And it's the exact same thing that Tai Lopez is doing. If I made a shit ton of money, I wouldn't tell you guys. Smart guys, smart gals who make tons of money, they don't tell people. They don't let you know. Because there's many reasons why if people find out you're rich and you got a ton of money, then all of a sudden you don't know who your real friends are. You got a ton of fake friends. And some people can put on a really good act and you don't know, well, does that person really like me for me or does that person like me for my money? I think you men kind of notice the correlation between hot babes with big tits and guys with money, no matter how ugly they are or how old they are. All right? So he is, from what I know of true wealth and really rich people, he is not acting like it. If I had the amount of money to buy, I saw a Lamborghini, I saw his helicopter or his plane. I can't remember what was in the in the video, but the helicopter or a plane. And then when he was in his plane, no, and that's just flagrant. Like, look at me, are you rich? You're not rich like me because you suck, but you don't have to suck anymore. You could be like me. Do the Tai Lopez, and then he's got his fucking course. Now, all that being said, could his course look? The guy is making money. He's not losing money. That's the other thing. And he's got a job that beats most other people's. I mean, it's the Tony Robbins thing. Did Tony Robbins ever really run a fucking the CEO of any Fortune 500 company? No, I don't think so. But people still pay him. People still find value in what he says. So whereas I would call bullshit on the planes and the trains and the automobiles, I would call bullshit on, hey, look at my fucking dick out here. Hey, would you like, oh, whoa, hey, but the Lamborghini, it's not as good as my books over here. Oh, fuck you. Anyway, so all that bullshit aside, he might have something because he is making money. I mean, he is, it's a better job than the average person has. So is it a scam? Not if you're getting something out of it. I mean, I hate to go on his side, but I'd bet a good $1,000 because I don't have. Hey, look at this, my Ferrari. But oh, hey, it's not as important, even though it's not Italian. It's not as important as my Bach and Wagner collection over here. So, you can never tell until you see an audited financial statement from these people. So, there's no way I could tell, but based on my banking experiences, based on reading people and looking how they behave and their financial expenditures, I'd say I'm within a 98, 99% chance of surety that he does not have the money to pay cash for that Lamborghini, pay cash for the house. It may not even be a house, it could just be a total setup. And if you were to get audited financial statements and the tax returns, you look at his balance sheet, he does not have a house in the Hollywood Hills. He doesn't own that Lamborghini. He doesn't have that plane, and he doesn't have that helicopter. They were all leased. All right? That's what the old captain's economic spidey senses say. Anyway, so that's it. That's all I got. Hope that helped out. I mean, what I think, doesn't he charge something like $79 for his taxes, or something like that, or not taxes, for his services? I mean, look, I'm not saying, like, if you're thinking about taking it, if it's within your budget and it's not going to set you back for groceries, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Kind of report back. Let us know what it is. Because if it helps you, it helps you. But, you know, if he is as rich as he makes it seem like on those commercials, then I'm a fucking pansexual Bernie Sanders supporter, which I'm not. Best of luck to you. Toodles.